We begin with the dangerous new hotspot for schoolies, Bali. This year, teenagers are turning their backs on the Gold Coast and heading to the island paradise, chasing the party life that costs next to nothing and offers alarming temptations. Ben McCormack has just come back from Bali with this report.
2011!
How much have you had to drink today?
I've probably had 2,000 rupiah.
Everything cheap, everything good.
There are no rules here.
Out of the country and out of control.
There's the classic. No helmet, no shoes, no common sense.
You can do what you want, get wasted, have the best time of your life, and like no one gives a
Forget the Gold Coast, Byron or even Rottnest Island, Bali is now the preferred party destination for schoolies. This week, thousands of Australian teenagers have flocked here to let loose and go wild. It's cheap and it's so far from home that there are no parents, no teachers, hardly any police and definitely no rules. It's the first night and the schoolies are piling into the clubs. Here, your age and how you dress doesn't matter. Are you guys being asked for ID before you go into the clubs?
There's no such thing as IDs in Bali.
What is it you're drinking? What's it called? That sound signals the start of happy hour. Free cocktails for everyone. It's binge drinking at its best. How easy is it to get drunk here?
Get drunk? So easy.
What have you been drinking?
A blaster! It's the best!
What sort of risks are the kids taking here?
Well, probably more risks than they'd ever think about taking at home because there are no constraints.
Security consultant Richard Flax has seen the number of schoolies travelling to Bali skyrocket in the past few years. Why are the schoolies coming here to Bali?
Because it's cheap, it's fun, they haven't got anyone on their shoulders, they can do literally whatever they want. They haven't been able to do that for a few years.
How much have you had to drink tonight? Just two? How much have you had to drink tonight?
Hey! Any age can drink here. It's easy.
Is he cool?
Yeah, he's just really drunk.
Sure?
Yeah.
It's not even midnight and many have already had a skinful. Got the cab for him? At least he's got some friends looking after him. We find this bloke stumbling down the main road all alone. It looks as though you've had quite a few.
I've had a few bing tangs to spend here.
A few bing tangs, a few hundred, I think. But listen, it's not very safe here on the road. Do you think we should head over to the...
Where should we go, mate?
Just over to the footpath? Just get away from the oncoming traffic?
Whoa! Do you know where my hotel is?
No. Do you know where you're staying? You don't know? Just come off the road. This girl is blind drunk and is about to be cleaned up by oncoming traffic. But you're just in the middle of the road. It was a bit dangerous.
Okay. We're trying to get a taxi.
Have you had a lot to drink tonight?
Yes.
Yes. I think it's safer if you get a cab from the other side of the road.
Why?
Because you're going to get run over if you stay in the middle of the road.
No one wants to tie schoolies back. You know, they've done their school, they've done their bit, they want to have a good time, but the issue is that they have to really assess that there are dangers here which don't exist when you get completely and utterly wasted as schoolies do back at home.
Ephedrine, yeah. Is it the real stuff? How much? Walking from club to club, schoolies are constantly offered drugs. Have you been offered stuff on the street?
Yeah, straight up. You say no, like, you don't trust them. Oh, we got offered mushrooms, weed, everything.
I'm offered marijuana, ephedrine, cocaine, heroin, Viagra, and a strong alcoholic spirit called Iraq.
Oh, no. Too strong for me.
What's this Iraq stuff?
Iraq. Oh, and I've told not to touch that. I got told some chick got brain damage from that.
But it kicks you, so you don't want to have too many. It's called an Iraq attack.
Then there's magic mushrooms, which make you hallucinate. They're sold openly in the back alleys of Kuta.
You say lots of Australians are buying them, lots of young Australians.
Yeah. Schoolies. You come in Bali, mushroom, drinking, like that. It's good.
So they get stuck into the magic mushrooms.
Magic mushroom, yeah.
You've been offered drugs about 100 times. Yeah. Did you buy them at any time? Just said no?
They force in here, they put it in your pocket.
Yeah. Pretty dangerous.
If you do buy drugs, you are in serious trouble. But the other side of it is that it's fairly possible that what you're buying isn't what you think you're getting. And that's even more risky.
Why didn't you go to the Gold Coast?
Because there's no rules here.
Better than being in the Gold Coast.
With huge accommodation costs, the Gold Coast is now too expensive for many schoolies. And with so much security and a heavy police presence, many believe it's no longer fun.
What did your parents say when you said you wanted to go to Bali for schoolies?
They weren't happy, but I still came.
What rules did your parents give you?
No mopeds. Someone has to stay sober per night. And 8 o'clock every morning we have to meet up to make sure everyone's at home.
We got our parents come, my dad come, and this other random, my dad's mate, and he come over and it was good.
So your dad's meant to be supervising 11 of you.
Yeah.
Where's he tonight?
He's drinking.
What did you think when your son said he wanted to come to Bali for schoolies?
Well, you know, what am I going to do? They're all coming, so we've got to come and try and look after them the best we can.
Some parents, like this bloke, have travelled with their kids to Bali to try and make sure that things don't get out of hand.
Can the kids do what they want?
There's no rules. There is no rules. It's madness, mate. It's madness.
Aside from the alcohol and the drugs, these things represent the biggest risk to young people. Motorbikes and scooters are the taxis here in Bali, and after a big night out and with a skin full of booze, schoolies are jumping on these things without helmets, without shoes, sometimes 2 or 3 at a time.
That's the sort of situation we're talking about. She's about to fall out of the middle. He's going. He's on his way. Look at this. There he goes. There he goes. We've got an accident waiting to happen.
Richard Flack says if schoolies do have an accident here, they're a long way from help.
Do you think it's a bit dangerous hanging on the back like that?
Safe as, got my seatbelt on, all buckled up.
If anything does happen, the chances of getting the sort of medical treatment that you get anywhere else in the world are much more limited, and people have to be aware of the fact that if they're not carrying a lot of money with them, if they are knocked out, no one will even help them.
Hey mate, you alright?
As we're filming, we find someone who does need help.
Look at that. Look at that.
18-year-old Kirk has sliced his foot open in a motorbike accident.
We'll jump in a cab.
Go home. I paid all this money to go home.
Yeah, that's okay.
Look at that.
It's okay, mate.
He's bleeding heavily, but he's so drunk, he doesn't realise how seriously he's injured.
You need to get that looked at. But I know somebody who can help.
We convinced the teenager from the New South Wales Central Coast that he needs urgent medical attention and take him to the BIMC hospital in Bali, one of the top facilities on the island.
Well, they come here to Bali on a holiday and think that they can get away with things that they can't normally do in Australia.
Australian Craig Beveridge is the CEO of the hospital and is expecting to see many schoolies in the coming days.
We've had people falling off balconies and slipping over. Diving into shallow swimming pools is a real challenge. Falling over and hitting their head, you know, it's an issue.
Kirk's in for an X-ray to see if his foot's broken. He fears his schoolies' holiday is over before it's really begun.
What has this done for your schoolies week?
Flush it in training, I can't do anything. Yeah.
Things could have been so much worse. Every day in Bali, 3 people die in motorbike crashes, and it's easy to see why.
Is this safe?
Absolutely. Only mode of transportation. They should bring this back in Australia.
And none of the schoolies are thinking about the horror that came to this place nearly 10 years ago.
I had no idea that the Bali bomb went off right there. Where was it? Just there?
Just there.
That's where the first one went off, right there. And that pulled everyone out, and that's where the second one went off, right there. And as you can see over here behind us, we've got the monument to the whole thing. So this area here was completely and utterly flattened.
Kirk's foot isn't broken, but he needs 20 stitches to repair the damage. His parents have told him that he has to come straight home.
Not too impressed, eh? Like, I've put so much, a lot of money into this, and if I don't, I'm just not happy. It ruined everything. Yeah, ruined just everything.
For everyone else, the party goes on.
If we don't have to cut anyone out of here in a serious state, it's a win.
That is a parent's nightmare, isn't it? And those pictures were shot by Ben Fogarty, the producer Steph Scroy. It's interesting to note that the Indonesian authorities failed to crack down on those drug traffickers in the street, but they want to throw the book at a 14-year-old Australian kid who blundered onto their turf.